fancy PowerPoint, but maybe if I stand, I'll project better. So we've heard about food insecurity in a couple of different dimensions. I think that poverty shows itself in a variety of data sets. That's one of the data sets. You've probably heard statistics like 63% of families would be in debt if they had a $500 surprise expense. I was surprised at how large that was, 63%. Let me talk about household issues that are related here. The HUD defines housing cost burden. So we call it food insecurity, we call it poverty, we call it, in this case, housing cost burden. Is a household that is spending more than 30% of its gross income on its housing costs. And they call it a severe burden if they're spending more than 50%. Latah County, all households, 26% are housing cost burden, and 15% are severely cost burden. Whitman County is similar, 31 and 17. If you look at ownership, you might think, well, owners are going to be better off. A little bit. Burdened in Latah County, 19% of households are housing cost burden, and 11 are severely cost burden. I think that's when you look at our housing prices, you see that people are going to be stretching one way or another to get into those houses. And Whitman County is similar, 22% burden and 8% are severely burdened. So there's poverty showing up in that. The Department of Energy has done a study that says 30% of households, urban and rural, across the nation, it's pretty uniform, are in energy poverty. And they define that in terms of they're making choices to either live in buildings that are underheated, undercooled, or they are making choices between paying their utility bills and paying some other bill. And they're doing that on a monthly basis. So it's a significant impact, and potentially a hazardous impact, depending on how hot or cold they're forced to let their environment go. So, thinking about housing, thinking about energy. Inexpensive housing may be energy inefficient, so the two may combine. The third thing that we think about is transportation. There's a very nice piece of work. It's called the Housing Plus Transportation Index. It's looking at the cost of housing in that same sort of cost burden notion and the cost of transportation. The website is interactive and it's driven off of census data. It's a couple of years old, but it gives you an interesting picture. And one of the things that you can see on it, and you zoom back out from Moscow a little bit, is it is least challenged in a bubble around Main Street. Places where people are living in relatively older, less expensive apartments, and they're perhaps able to walk to the university for school and some shopping or take a bus. And as you go out from the center of Moscow, the housing plus transportation cost goes up. A number of these things you can find if you go to the Harvard Joint Center on Housing Studies. So people who are experiencing each of these dimensions of poverty are probably the same people, and they're getting hit by it in multiple ways. So the solutions that are out there, and Nancy mentioned the unpeeling of the onion, they lie along the spectrum of incomes, from Sojourners and Family Promise, who are working with people who are experiencing homelessness, and to Section 8 vouchers. Idaho Housing Finance has built, and others have built, affordable rental complexes here in town. And then Habitat for Humanity in Palouse and the Moscow Affordable Housing Trust are working on the ownership side rather than the rental side. And the two of us, I see Jennifer back there. She's working in this bracket and I'm working in this bracket. And the top of my bracket is about $50,000 income. And then there's another bracket up here that I believe exists that's between 80% median income and 120%, where because of other debts, people are still challenged to buy a house or challenged to afford a budget if they do buy a house. Those debts are student loans and medical expenses. So, here's the unpeeled onion, all the way down to the core. There is no affordable home ownership without a subsidy. There is no affordable ownership without a subsidy. You can do the subsidy in 3 ways. And the ways differ on, I'll make you a spectrum from maximum wealth building for the household to maximum community long-term affordability. Over here, you give grants, and banks do this regularly. They'll give you down payment assistance grants or closing cost grants. Now the grants are great. Here's $5,000 to help you buy a house. When the next person comes along, we're going to go find another $5,000 to help you buy a house. So the thing about grants is they're used up. The next point is, my 3, subsidy returned. Let me loan you, and this is what my program is doing, let me loan you $15,000 to help you buy a house. 0 interest, 0 payments. I just want you to have this money until you're done needing that house, and then you'll return the money. Okay? It's a second loan. There's a primary mortgage. You go to the bank and qualify for it like any other home buyer, and then you can get a little assistance sitting on top. When you sell, the money comes back. It doesn't come to me. Ultimately, it's federal money, and it comes to IHFA in Boise. It's great. They've got the $15,000 back. Compared to the grant, they've got the money. But it's not worth $15,000 anymore, because house prices have inflated and there was no interest collected on it, so it is just the same $15,000 that it was. So to help the next household, you need a bigger subsidy than the last time around. Not as big as finding a new grant, which is all new money. This is partial new money. The third way is called subsidy retained. And that is the direction that Moscow Affordable Housing Trust has been trying to go and is about to embark on, I believe, knock on wood. Subsidy retained is, we will buy the land, we will own the land, we will build the house, and we will sell the improvements only. We will rent the land, so it sounds sort of like a mobile home park, only we won't rent it at mobile home park prices. Nationally, this is being done, and the rents are $25 to $50, thank you, a month, so it's modest. And then the subsequent sale will not include the value of the land. So the price of the house has been lowered by pulling the land out of the transaction. So that's the unpeeled onion is there's no affordable without a subsidy, and there are 3 ways to do it. My board thinks it's important to consider both housing and transportation in the affordability, and to consider energy. There are a variety of structural impediments out there. Zoning is one of several that contributes to higher land costs and makes this whole thing more challenging.